And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go. 59.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
26.
It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big run that time by Elliott, and even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Redskins touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And out now come the Cowboys. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
47.
59. 59.
We're going to 54. Right here. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. But he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready. Get the flag. All day, dog. Hey, shoot. Yeah. Slam. Watch the edge.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Switch.
A carry for Bryce Love, the fourth-rounder from Stanford. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third down, here's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to, and I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Tackle made by the Pro Bowl safety Landon Collins.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Touchdown, Cowboys. Randall Cobb. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll rifle this one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 32 on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
Washington Redskins, first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey, come on. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hey, left three. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
On first down, here's Love. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Check.
On second down now, it's Peterson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
No gain on this defense. No gain. Watch twist. Check 26.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
46.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Haskins. And his pass incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, kill! 47! We're going to 53. 26.
Here's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, D. Big series.
Throwing. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Breaks. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaking up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Slam, slam, slam.
47. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. I was going to let this go. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Mike 48, Mike 48.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Complete. It's a rookie from Ohio State, Terry McLaurin. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Take 4, take 4. Go ahead. Watch out, watch out.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
A four-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. 3rd down here.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the...
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards Thomas.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Here's Prescott. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. And he's into the clear. Past the 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Redskins touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick-6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And this is back to a 5-point game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Showing up. Showing up.
We're going to 54. Right here. 26.
On 2nd and 9. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, into the end zone. Washington Redskins touchdown. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Hopkins with the extra point, and this is back to a 5-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
At their own 25-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. So they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Watch the twitch. Tighten up, tighten up. He's coming. Double up, double up.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Haskins throwing the out route incomplete. It's Richardson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check safety.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Kill.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day on offense. Hey, watch it. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Haskins throwing the out route and complete. That's Davis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again. Haskins. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Love. Leaps past him. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Bryce Love, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2.
He's cracked. He's checking crack. Bang. No.
They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against him.
Now Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now Prescott. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan. picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
An excellent return that time. 26 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Let's go. Five ball. Check 43. Switch. Check 30. Check 37. What? Undercrunch.
Running to start the drive is Love. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On 3rd down, Haskins. It's brought in by Dodson. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the 1st down to go along with it. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there.
Check it back.
On 2nd down, Love. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check nickel. Check 9, check 9. Back, heel, back.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 8.
Next to score, Redskins 34, Cowboys 26.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott being chased out left. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Prescott looks to throw on first. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Fielded at the 20. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On first down, Love. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Second down, Haskins. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Corey Littleton. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot. Completed the pass. That was your play. So it might as well have not even had the penalty.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
There we go, kill.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. No, you're not.
Prescott to throw on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Prescott on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, his first touchdown of the new season. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
Give me that ball,
Here we go, 47. 26.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They turn to Love on the handoff. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Haskins to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. 49.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Ain't no such thing as a low.
Now Prescott. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Prescott to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10. Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
On the double. 48 Mike. Here we go. Hustle. Here we go.
Here we go with Haskins. A deep ball for Dotson. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Dotson with time running out. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check my 46. You. Here we go, 47. Here we go, going to 54. Hey, turn it up. Check. Here we go, going to 54.
Here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Landon Collins. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Cooper was the target there.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Love. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Love again. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The Redskins on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. It'll be Love to try and get the first. Oh, and they hadn't stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way, and this score will stay right where it is. But, Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that 1-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Redskins, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love it.